must focus on what time it is now. It is time to get things done in a quick and orderly manner. Most importantly, it is time that every man, young and old, pick up a copy of Queen Afua's amazing book, Man Heal Thyself, Journey to Optimal Wellness. It is time that we men act on truth and the power to be found within the pages of this book. Men, we must begin the process of moving from wounded man to supreme man optimal wellness. It has always been a given that Queen Afua's role, among many, is to empower women, especially with regard to their health. That comes as no surprise if you've ever had the pleasure of meeting this wonder spirit. Her smile is like the sun, the symbol of her zodiac sign, Leo. More importantly, being around her aura or presence is healing in itself. When you can't help but return a smile, you end up listening to what she is talking about. And many have been listening. Over the years, I have personally observed how the health of clients of mine had improved once they began eating naturally and organically as Queen suggests. Now, men, it is time for us to begin to pay attention to our healing. As you get into this jewel of a book, it's obvious that Queen Afua is very aware of the male species and our way of thinking, acting, and being. Queen Afua's Man Heal Thyself, Journey to Optimal Wellness, provides checklists to get us up to speed and keep us on track. Step by step, she guides us to raise our awareness, heighten our consciousness, and understand the true role healthy living habits play on our state of being. What is required of us men is to own up to the myths and misplaced motives we have about ourselves and our relationships. It is time to take responsibility for our behavior, which eventually has an impact on not only our lives, but also on the women and children in our lives. Man Heal Thyself should be shared with the younger generation to guide them to become better individuals. To delay reading this book, or to delay beginning the processes outlined in this book would be unwise. The last thing we need to do is waste our precious time. Men, we need to be where we men need to be, and we need to get on time about it. The value of reading and working through this guide to personal growth and development is priceless. Learning to actually transform yourself and your life in ways that you haven't experienced in years, or maybe ever, should be enough to motivate any man. Wow. Just the thought of it staggers the imagination. It is time. Lloyd Strayhorn, world-renowned astronumerologist and best-selling author, Numbers and You, a numerology guide for everyday living. Lloyd's Numbers and You workbook, a basic guide to numerology. www.lloyd-strayhorn.com. Forward 2. The Call of Man Heal Thyself. Baba Wanike Kemi Tahuti Shabazz. Man Heal Thyself Wellness Warrior. What a perfect affirmation for the closing of the cycle of patriarchal rule and toxic male dominance. The commencement of history. August 13th, 3113 BC, 13.000 long count, to the end date of the Olmec Mayan Great Cycle, 12/21/12. A significant and synchronistic Gregorian date of August 13th is also the solar return and incarnation date for SW High Priestess Queen Afua. This closing of the cycle was a cosmic event, a rare passage in the eon, the impossibly immense cycle containing all the other cycles, and it is itself but a fractal of a divine thought moment. The smallest cycle closing, then, is the great cycle of history, a span of 5,125 years, from Babylon to Baghdad. The recent great Jupiter-Saturn conjunction of 12/21/20 placed us on the steady alignment trajectory of relevant significance insofar as relating to the harmonic convergence of Greg, 12/21/12, where major cycles converged into that one calendrical moment, shifting the trajectory of energy and ushering in the close of Babylonian rule and influence through its macro and micro